my Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your Timeless True Love read. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Join the Circle Productions, the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hi, Gems. Hope you're outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. I say it every time I can't help it. I'm Generation X. Cope. Also waiting for my hair to dry a little bit. You wait. By the time I get to the other readings today, this will be ringlet curled like Harry Hamlin beach scene of Clash of the Titans. Let's get up in this gig. We are essentially doing a Celtic Cross with a bunch of other cards thrown in to give you a GPS point of view, right, from the satellites where you are on the path of true love. What's the path of true love, you might ask, my gems? Good question. The path of true love is an archetypal lens through which you can see the hero's journey, your healing journey, right, your spiritual path, your artist path through your relationships. Not all of these readings are romantic, sexual, but they are general, and that's why it's a good idea to check your other signs, right? Because they're all holographic. So let's say you got a reading that's about your mother, right? Or lack thereof, right? Whatever. Of course, that's going to influence all your other relationships in your life. So if you're really wanting the romantic sexual fulfillment, and, you know, if a king shows up, sure. Well, we'll give him a spin. We'll give him a shot. But, you know, pages and knights, not so much. If you're going to be a queen, be a queen. Right? But that'll help, right? You can't just heal one part of your heart, right? Oh, so deep. Let's get up in this gig. All the decks that I read are in the bottom of the description box with other cool links along the way, particularly one that I highly recommend if you're really doing the twin flame soulmate craziness. A video by Matt Kahn. Actually, his healing mantra deck will be our last card down to help you with whatever else hits the table. It's called Soul Contracts, Twin Flames, and Soulmates Redefined. I don't know him, right? Looks like we're not in any kind of communication. Hey, House Author, his YouTube channel, Matt Kahn, All for Love, is really... Some of my clients and students that I sent them there would be like, oh my god, I binged watched for a day, my life is all better. It's like, for now, right? Keep going. Check him out. And it's a great definition he gives, and it's better than all the other crazy shit I've heard. So, that being said, all I can ask from anybody watching any of my readings, both feet on the floor, only if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace from the pantheons of the divine to which, well, they sent me here to do this, and I don't just mean right now, I mean this entire lifetime. Let's get up in this game. I'm done explaining. Please take a nice deep breath. I tell ya, I'm a Virgo sun, but a Pisces moon, so that first part is like all the Virgo sun in here. Comes the Pisces moon, my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods. Ascended masters of true love and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. Please, I need 2 cards. One first for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the dominant archetype for them on the path of true love? And who crosses them on that said path of true love whenever they happen to be watching this timeless read? All right, so these two are sort of the foundation that we're going to build the Celtic Cross on. Well, that's interesting, right? Oh, I have the wrong clipboard up, damn it. Virgo snafu. Bear with. Who else got the student? Capricorn got the student. See what happens when the Virgo... I didn't really rush today. It's just details. Right, one tiny little detail. Oh, this is for the full moon to new moon reads. They're shadow reads. Yay, never did those before. Those will be fun or not. This full moon to new moon next. You got the student and the hero heroine. Darling, what fun. I mean, these two together can really accomplish some shit, and the vibe off of it feels good. However, the path of true love, as I said, is your healing journey, your hero's journey, however you want to see that, your spiritual path. So it's all about alchemy, right? Archetypes. Imagine this is like what's the program in your 8th chakra, and this is the program in their 8th chakra, and you're being brought together in order to heal something. Either you're going to help each other heal soulmates, or you're going to teach each other how to heal yourselves. Twin flames. Check my cons vid. So the shadow attribute is the triggery stuff, the stuff you don't want to look at, nor do they want to look at. And if you do know about it, oh, nobody else you don't want anybody else to know that shit. The light attribute is what you're shooting for, the lead to the gold, the toxic to the healthy, which is what the path of true love is about. It's an alchemical path, but it ain't easy. The course of true love never did run smooth. Ask my boyfriend Billy. Google it. The shadow attribute, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. I've seen both of those. I'm a horrible student, by the way. I'm a brilliant teacher. That's why I'm what's called an autodidact. I just teach myself, right? I find the source material and I work it. I put my thing down, slip it and reverse it. The light attribute, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning, right? So if this is you, because I have noticed in these readings this time around that people have gotten back to me and said, there's some flip-flop going on there. I'm supposed to be in the significator position, the first card in the Celtic Cross, which will build it. And I'm in the second. It's like, go with it. Go with it, because Mercury's getting ready to go retrograde, so Goddess help us all. Who's crossing your path is the hero archetype, the shadow, escapism, and a false sense of heroism. Now, escapism, I think we understand, right? It's not wanting to take the hero's journey. The hero always refuses the call at first, and then calamity happens. I mean, I always use Star Wars, the first movie, A New Hope, because it really is that, right? It's like Luke says no, then sand people, then okay, let's go. But also remember, in that hero's journey, if Obi-Wan turns to him at some point and says, oh yeah, by the way, Darth Vader's your dad. Oh, sorry, spoiler. It was like, what, 1970 something? It's not the hero's journey. It's like nobody knows what's at the end of this journey except destiny. So the positive side of the hero's journey here for this hero, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. In other words, their primary drive in life right now, and probably in this relationship, is about personal empowerment, right? Climbing that mountain, empowering themselves, making wise, loving, powerful, empowering choices, or they're running. And that is a general read for you. Let's look, right? Daughters of the Moon Tarot. We're going to get 10 of these down. Basic Celtic Cross, and then we're going to take 10 Mythic Tarot, because this is the inner, Mythic Tarot is the outer, the yin, the yang. And yeah, by the way, I'm done doing extendeds for a while. That last series, too much happened. Words of Grace, my book came out, and so many clients and so much work and a house with cats and all of that. So I am done with extendeds for a while, so I'm giving you a good chunk of what's in an extended for me. Please take a nice deep breath. And if the gods want me to grab more decks, I only have a total fucking sideboard full of them. My goddesses of air in the sign of Gemini, 10 cards, Celtic Cross. Let's get them on the table, face up as we go. I will call them out as they go. Please show us the path of true love for this Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, please. What covers them as the student? The dreamer, the card of the Fool. Okay? So there is a new vibe inside of you. You're at the beginning. You're actually, it's so funny. The Fool card is not the beginning of a cycle. The Magician is the beginning of the cycle. The Fool is the zero card. It's that infinite potentiality, and sometimes in a moment of total stillness, hence a leap of faith required. Now, this is heart, third eye crown, interior dynamic. If you're working chakras, think of it that way, right? Root, sacrum, solar plexus being really how you navigate the outside world, the external part. So that's cool. That feels really lovely. So there is, I would say, an openness to lifelong learning, right? Particularly if the attraction with this person is strong, or maybe it's a family member, right? Let's not go there just yet. We have ways of finding out these things. Please, who crosses their path, my goddesses? This hero, heroine archetype. I never take flippers, but how can I not? The Ace of Cups. Now they're feeling it. They're feeling the seed of love, right? You're at the Fool, the again, not exactly the first, but we'll go there, right? That pause before the leap of faith. And the Dreamer, let's see, she's not jumping off a cliff. She's kneeling at a river bend with her horse behind her, right? Tracing patterns in the river bend, knowing that that energy is going to what? Affect things, that quantum ripple, right? That initiation, that faith, that dream. And they're feeling something. An Ace of Cups, a seed of emotion, a card of happiness. But that's what they're feeling, right? Well, we're off to a pretty good start here. I would say this is romantic, but let's say a student and a hero. Well, escapism and a false sense of heroism is what a villain is. You see, there is no villain card unless you want to take the victimizer. But nah, I don't want to go there. That's a survival family archetype. The student is wisdom family type archetype family. The hero, heroine, the action. So what's going on in the third position here? The core. Right, what it is that neither one of them are probably aware of unless they're really tuned in to what's going on inside of them, deep inside of them, right? What they both might not be aware of on the path of true love. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Success under handicap, I call this card. Equal, give and take, all the basic code words. I'm feeling that there. Right? But moving forward, there is forward momentum here, and in a balanced way, even though probably you've both been through the ringer. This is feeling very romantic. This is feeling very, very, very that. It's very that. What's before the Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun on the path of true love? Well, Four of Pentacles. Lovely. In this card, stability. Not so much that security. Sorry, not just stability, but security. Not so much that gripping and holding on, but four mothers of a tribe, right? Taking the urns to the well, right? And the well that never runs dry. So I really feel like inside of yourself, you're coming from a place of stability, right? At least, well... Okay, they just said this is Gemini. We're talking about, we'll see what hits on the outside in when I said the second tarot deck we use here. But they're giving me, for some of you really have closed your heart down. Well, not close them down. There's nothing wrong with a healthy boundary, right? But it seems like your security has been either of such a, like the monetary aspect of it, like the financial paying the bills part of it, that you've really had to solidify your own self-confidence, your own security, as in the opposite of insecurity, right? Feeling that, like really having to rely upon yourself. And that is, of course, would eventually bring you, like this could be for a very, very long time, is what I'm feeling for a good chunk of y'all, that you've been really holding your own. Thank you. Perfect example, really drawing on your own intuition. I mean, there is water present in this Four of Pentacles, though, an Earth card. So why wouldn't that eventually bring you to this place of a new beginning, or at least the pause before it? And the foundation here is balanced between the two of you. And I feel like, well, and if I'm to look at the directionality of the cards here, it looks like they, right, the Ace of Cups here, the hero, is, look the direction, the wheelchairs, it is like a Special Olympics race. Anybody in the race wins, you know what I mean? That's how that's played, kind of coming towards you that way. I feel like this is definitely a fair, sane thing, or at least the potentiality is there. Fifth position, yeah, both feet on the floor. Or like you can cross your legs when you get the card on the table. Please, my goddesses of air and the sign of Gemini, what is crowning? Hovering right above the crown chakra, ready to drop down. They can take it in, think about it, chew on it, spit it out, incarnate it, right? Act on it. But what's in the crown here on the path of true love for these gems? Now, here we got a court card. This could represent a person. They don't always when I read. It just doesn't always feel that way. And in this deck, it's unambiguous, right? It says Cancer. It is the Mother of Cups, which would be the King of Cups. Cancer, cardinal water, amniotic fluid, right? From which all of us were born in water in that way, right? That's why the Mother. Cancerians are the mother of the zodiac. So this could be a very maternal energy in your life. I don't think necessarily has to be Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Uranus, whatever body part you want to throw in there. But this does feel warm. This does feel nurturing. This does feel like home. This does feel emotional. And I got to say, with that Ace of Cups there and you with the Dreamer, I'm going to say, if this does not represent an actual person in your life, maybe this hero, I would really try and avoid the pigeonholing in terms of zodiacal placement and more get that they feel warm. There's something here that is warm, and I could get that this hero, heroine, if they are making the journey towards you, you may be feeling it ahead of time. If you have any kind of, if you're developing your intuition, which I'm sure a lot of people who are watching my channel at least are, right? I know a lot of readers watch my channel, and I watch a lot of other readers' channels too. It's hard to read yourself. But I'm going to say there's something nurturing inside of you, right? And even if you look at the core, that's why I love the Celtic Cross, right? So this you may not be aware of. So like nurturance is really key right now. And honestly, this could even represent fourth house in your home, right? Dreaming your dream from this place of security. So that's why the outside part of it. With the Daughters of the Moon, it's heart, third eye crown. So we'll see with that. With the Mythic Tarot. What is before them, my goddesses, please, on the path of true love? And they got that Four of Pentacles in the past. They're at the Fool, the Dreamer. What crosses them on the path right now is the hero, heroine, with that Ace of Cups, which I have to say feels sparkly. What's before them on the path? The High Priestess. The High Priestess, like I said about that whole intuitive thing. Thing about a priest or a priestess, just gotta say, considering I was a fucking high priest for a really long time of a coven on Long Island, a really huge coven on Long Island, the politics was enough done. Dunsey, onesie, never again the coven times. But you are used as a channel of the divine, whether you know it or not. I think everybody is. But there's something here where something may very well be revealed to you on the inside, maybe even a directive from the divine, what we sometimes call inspiration, like I said, something that hovers, right? Crown chakra's inspiration, information, choice. You could chew on it, and honestly, this is saying keep your yap shut, right? Kind of like, whoa, Gemini, good luck with that, right? But can you let it incarnate in the heart? Can you allow yourself to really feel this? Now, do you feel like you have the earth foundation, stability, balance to actually feel the feelings? And there is a truth to it that while you're learning how to nurture yourself and heal yourself, because what the path of true love is about as well, loving yourself and all of that, you have to give yourself the time and space to feel what you're feeling. But of course, you also don't want to let that energy drive your life. In other words, don't text while you're feeling and processing, stuff like that. But I don't even get like this is like shadow stuff. Again, we'll keep going, but it may be that you might see that there is a deeper purpose and mystery here, or at least feel that heart, throat, third eye crown some way. We got the cross. Let's look at the staff, please. My goddesses, position number 7. What is the lesson, the universal learning template, what the gods are trying to teach them on the path of true love? Heart, third eye crown. This came up. If I forgot which reading it came up, but it came up in another one. It's the Libra card, Skadi. That would be the king of swords. Sorry, I'm pretty sure this might have been in Capricorn too. I'm not writing down every single card in this. I just feel that because your lessons are about your one-on-one relationships here. It is about what? Maintaining balance. It's about finding your balance in a world that's always changing, right? So this is about your own seeing it. See, here's the thing. The point of Libra, it's not that they're either side of the scale, they're the fulcrum, right? They are the center point. And that's why they do like symmetry and why, Venus, Libra. I mean, 7th house itself is partnerships, marriages, one-on-one relationships, but also your relationship to your shadow self. And I think there was some shadow work going on in that Capricorn because it was the last true love reading I did yesterday. So let's keep going. Your lesson is this. Get that. I need more on that. And let's get the last 3 on the table and cross your legs. My goddesses, if I were to walk up to this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading, what would my take on them be horizontally in terms of heart, throat, third eye, crown, on the path of true love, dealing with this hero, heroine archetype? Three of Cups, very friendly. Very friendly. Three of Cups, make new friends, keep the old. One is silver, the other gold. Apparently that's Girl Scouts, and then I think RuPaul just, oh, what are they going to do? Sue Girl Scouts going to sue RuPaul? Good luck. Mama Ru, no. This feels lovely. This also would say to me that you might very well have an empathic bond with this person already. I mean, Three of Cups, you would say, oh, third party. Can I be honest with you? I never heard that until I started watching videos on YouTube. Never even considered it, and certainly not with this deck. Bonding, not bondage, bonding. You're Geminis, not Scorpios, unless you're a Scorpio. So this is this good feeling, like you talk about this person, you sort of light up. Maybe it's friend zoned. Maybe, like I'm looking again, maybe this isn't completely sexual or romantic, but let's keep going. I like that Three of Cups on the inner for you from the outside looking in. It's like there's definitely, it's like I don't know what this is yet, but it's kind of fun, right? Because you're in the Dreamer and they're in the Ace of Cups. Please, position number 9, my goddesses of Earth and sign of Gemini. For the Gemini, this is an important one. Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their hopes and fears? The destiny hewn from fate on the path of true love, particularly the hero's journey aspect, since the hero is on the table, and it's Gemini, your card, Maiden of Blades. You need to be truthful, you need to be honorable, you need to communicate, you need to do all of that third house stuff. Express yourself. Now, if you can take in that I am a student and I am learning how to do that, and this may be a lifelong challenge for me, and look where your placement is, right? If it's Gemini Sun sign, it is probably about actually communicating how you feel. I'm going to say that because of the amount of water here. It's not predominant. Do we have any? I'll get the last card down and then I'll look at elemental predominance. But this is a learning thing, and goodness gracious, look where you are, right? Look where you are, ready to jump into this, or about to jump into this, or not. Remember, you do have free will in this. So what does this say? Be authentic, be honorable, speak your truth. Now, speaking, the Dalai Lama, I'll never forget this quote. He said, "Truth without compassion is brutality," and that's been a hard lesson for me. I am a clairvoyant. And you see how fast I talk doing these readings? You should see me in an argument. I was trained by professionals, a teacher and a lawyer. I am fast, right? Which is great for the clairvoyance and doing readings, but tempering it, right? So this is part of your destiny. In other words, what you're healing here, what you're achieving in your destiny isn't just about this relationship. That's how it works, right? You don't just put part of the clay in the kiln, right? It's like, no, we're just going to bake the handle today. No, it's like you do the whole mug. I don't know why. It's a stupid image or whatever. Breathe. One of my subscribers here sent me a really, really cool clay mug that she made herself. And it says Witch's Brew on it. I'll bring it on camera eventually. She's just so overloaded with orders. She's like, don't tell anybody who gave it to me. Get it. It's good. Nice if you can get it. My goddesses of air and the sign of Gemini. What is the most probable outcome according to the current timeline of this current lifetime on the path of true love for this Gemini collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watching this video, receiving this reading. Well, okay. Remember what I said about that there intuition? Well, here we got the moon. Now look, it's Yemaya. Yemaya does not seem so very confusing to me, but I do understand why that energy of the moon, it's been said since, I don't know, forever, that yes, the moon, it's not the sun, duh, Mark. No, but I mean the sun, everything is clear. So things can certainly be cloudy and mysterious, but with the High Priestess here, it's almost like she's holding the moon in her hand. Here we go. I'm wearing pants, don't freak, right? It's almost like she's holding that moon, right? So feeling, really, really, really listening to, oh, and by the way, what's hovering above you? The Cancer card, the ruled by the moon. So this is about your emotions, period, right? How you're learning to express them, your destiny of really speaking up. People say follow your heart, and I agree. Unless you're really unbalanced, then don't follow your heart. Take a nap, take a prayer, right? Do what you got to do, or listen to what the divine is trying to tell you. I really feel like you're going to be, at least on the path of true love, a part of a chess game. Look, the gods don't just play chess. They play multi-dimensional chess with poker cards in a room with no lights on, but right, and you're blindfolded. That might be what this feels. Because if you're gonna be a student, you can't know how the curriculum ends. Sorry, I didn't make it that way. Do you think I would make it that way? Although I can't stand watching movies with people that I've already seen the movie and they're like, what happens next? I'm like, watch the movie. And that's exactly what my guides say to me all the time. We're allowed to get tips, but that's about it, I think. So let me just check here. Major Arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, not predominant, not seeing any fire. 1, 2, only 2 earth cards. 1 air, which is definitely going to relate to your communication. 2 air there. But otherwise 1, 2, 3 water. So a balance of major arcana and emotion. So that's what I mean. I do that because it's like, yeah, it is really saying what's looking at me here. The answer lies within, but you may not know exactly what to do because there is also a mystery and secrets. And let's look on the outer. Please take a nice deep breath. That's not Rona. That's half and half from my coffee. Breathe. Okay, here we go. Oh, my gods of air and the sign of Gemini. Please, using this mythic tarot, what does this look like on the outside, affecting the root, sacrum, and solar plexus of the Gemini collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Watching this video, receiving this reading, please. Celtic Cross, what covers the Gemini here? Supposedly the Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign here. The student archetype with the dreamer, the fool on the inner, and on the outer is the devil. You're in chains, you're afraid, and it's okay. I mean, I understand. But then shadow work is indicated here. So you really have to look at your shadow here. Arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, which, you know, I've taught people witchcraft for decades. And, you know, they really want to know sometimes, well, love spells. Can I make them love me? And I say, yeah. But what you hook with magic, you get hooked to. And they're like, I don't care. I'm like, then look up a spell. Have at it, right? Did it once when I was a teenager. Never did it again. Unwillingness to translate knowledge into action, however, is, I think, the shadow. There are chains holding you back. What are those chains? I can't tell you that. But I can tell you with this at the core, this is breaking through the finish line. This is forward momentum. There is healing here. Because don't worry, they sent you a heroine. You see, to me, hero is gender neutral now, but I don't know, that's what's written on the card. Let's keep going. What do they look like, your lovely heroine here? Please, my gods. With that Ace of Cups, it's almost like they're kind of riding in. Not like a knight in shining armor, but like a hero. They just might be along their path. Well, 8 of Cups. This one has walked away. This one has walked away, but I don't just feel away from you. I feel like deep into themselves, right? Well, oh my goodness gracious. With that Ace of Cups on the inner, it feels like they aren't necessarily... I've said this to people. It's not that I'm walking away from you. I'm walking into myself, right? And this could be a path of personal power. Your chain might be taking that personally. I mean, unless they told you piss off and die. Well, I mean, a villain could possibly, if they were in a villainous mode there. But there's a lot of emotion going on here. See what I mean? And why wouldn't they walk away from an Eight of Cups, something dissatisfying on the outside, in order to connect with that new beginning inside, which you are also doing with the Fool card. So you mirror each other, but in the outside, you're in chains, they walked away. Now again, flip this, right? If you're not the student, you're the hero, heroine, or it's not your read. And honestly, I don't understand why anybody hits thumbs down on any YouTube reading. That just means you don't get it's not your read, or you don't like the truth that was revealed. Just how it rolls. I've been doing this for too long. I don't care about my numbers anymore. I'm 52. Yes, I know I don't look it. Thank you. Six of Pentacles, my gods of air, and the sign of Gemini, please. What does this look like on the outer? Yeah, Five of Wands. There's definitely a conflict between the two of you, but it's a necessary conflict. This is Jason and the Argonauts slaying the dragon. They don't actually slay the dragon, but they actually lull it to sleep, if I remember the myth correctly, to retrieve the golden fleece. And they do, but this is the necessary battle, conflict, process going on. And, and if this is what both of you don't see, or because what's the external form of the subconscious stuff going on, there might very well be a lot of tension between the two of you. And I get why they walked away, the hero, heroine, but also, I don't think this is going to last for very long. Why? Because on the inner, you've got this balance now. This Six of Pentacles. Because remember, you're coming from the Four of Pentacles here behind you. And that is a place of stability and security. So I'm wondering what that Devil card is about. I mean, are you in a relationship with somebody else that's toxic? It's over. The expiration date was like 3 years ago, but you're still chained there. Out of fear of hurting them, right? I mean, I'm thinking here, Geminis, you tend to be mercurial, being ruled by Mercury and all. But what's going on here? What's that Four of Pentacles on the inner look like? The Star? Are you kidding me? So you've got the stability in the past and the inspiration and the hope and the guidance and the grace. You want to jump, but either you're terrified to, which is understandable, but that's part of the process. Love brings up its opposite, A Course in Miracles. Check it out. It's true. It's like pouring clear water through a rusty pipe, right? It's going to clean it out eventually, but pure water does not come out the other end. That's the spiritual, the process of alchemy, the process of ascension, healing, whatever you want to call it. So there is a dream here. There is a wish here. And I don't mean a sleepy, or a delusion, but real guidance and inspiration. And they've sent this hero, heroine into your life before then. But with that Four of Pentacles on the inner, this experience emboldened you somehow, made you stronger. Just a little concerned. I mean, two major Arcana cards over the student archetype. Your lesson, no question, is a wisdom lesson. But wisdom is not all words. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom, and we often don't see the wisdom until after we're through it on the other side. And you'll admit that's true. Anybody can admit that's true. Let's keep going. This Cancerian card. Now, I'm wondering now if this Cancerian vibe here is either this hero, heroine, or if you are in a toxic relationship with somebody, and that does not have to be romantic sexual. That could be a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a boss, or whatever, right? With that Cancerian thing. But what leads me to think it is this person is because of all that water, right? They got the Ace of Cups on the inner and Eight of Cups on the outer. It feels very watery, whether or not they're an actual Cancer or not. So please, my gods, please clarify, right? This is in the crowning position. So this is sort of like hovering, this Cancerian lunar energy. And we've also got the Moon and the High Priestess on the table. Please, what does this look like coming into form? The High Priestess, double whammy. So literally, it comes in crowning and it's in your heart, throat, third eye crown soon. This is mystical. This is definitely a path of true love read. I'm not so sure this is necessarily a soulmate relationship. Well, the emotion is there, and moving forward with that Six of Pentacles, really teaching you a lot here about relationships. We'll get here with the Libra card in your lesson position. So since we've got the double whammy, Mother of Cups on the inner up here with the High Priestess, I mean, incoming emotional insight, intuition, right? Then incarnating what's before you on the path here with that High Priestess. My gods, please, what does that look like on the outside? I love a double whammy, don't you? The world, you're done. You graduated. I feel like you're going to have to, comment below if you can. Obviously, some of this stuff can get incredibly private, and I am a Virgo. You might be wrapping something up either with this person or somebody else to be with this person. And I gotta say, because the vibe on this is very friendly. It feels like there's love here, but there's stuff constraining it, right? There's conflict, but something inside of you, like, all right. Considering that you're coming from a place of pentacles, right? The Four of Pentacles, and where you are on the inner is the Fool, to then be in the High Priestess on the inner while the outside completes a cycle in some way, shape, or form, is an entire journey in 3 cards if we're looking horizontally, right? From the Fool on the inner, the Dreamer on the inner, to the World, the last card in the Major Arcana. It's a lot of movement. Now, this could also indicate a larger passage of time, right? It's a timeless read, but this could take... People are like, well, how can I speed it up or slow it down? It's like, you can't. You can only learn what you're learning, but life moves at the speed of forgiveness. Caroline Mace. I'm like, oh, honey, what am I? Somebody called me. What is that? No, Wikipedia. Whatever. Let it go. Wikipedia Brown. Wikipedia Brown of witchcraft. So important. Your lesson here, the Libra card. And I do not feel like this is somebody. I feel like this is the goddess herself saying your relationship is where your lessons, you're learning lessons really through your one-on-one relationships right now. So even this can connect to every other one-on-one relationship, or just with men, or just with women, or just romantic, or work, or whatever. So please, what does this look like on the outside in their lesson position? Well, the Queen of Cups, the Scorpio, that would be, Queen of Cups, sorry, tried to do that. And this would be the King of Swords. So inside, you really are doing that, trying to find that balance within yourself, while on the outside being receptive, but not necessarily expressive. Now, for some of you, that's exactly what you need to do, because you might be in a situation where you can't talk about this stuff just yet. But I have a feeling whatever that situation is, it's coming to an end soon, and you might still be keeping quiet, and maybe that's okay too. You do you. Because that is sort of reinforced here. By the way, this is Helen of Troy. Look it up, right? The phase that launched 1,000 ships, literally, well, part of the Trojan War. Not her fault, though. Not her fault. But, the role that she played in it, she was actually rather passive. Long story, literally a myth. And then, the Iliad and the Odyssey. Yeah, there's a quick read. 3 of Cups on the inner. As I said, this is what makes me feel like there's still something friendly going on here. I mean, maybe this hero-heroine is just taking a step back, a time out emotionally, to go inside and find their own happiness. What's going on with that 3 of Cups on the outside then for this Gemini? Yeah, 4 of Cups. So a lot of water here for an air sign. 3 of Cups on the inner, 4 of Cups on the outer. I feel like if you are already in a relationship with somebody, it's so meh. It's like meh. Like, I really feel like the expiration date came and went like years ago, and inside you are really feeling the vibe of this hero-heroine archetype. Now, if that, I mean, yeah, so on the outer it's meh, but on the inner it's friends. Maybe this is the alchemy from lover to brother, and take that out of gender, please, because lover to sister doesn't rhyme, but same thing, right? Whatever that is, to get that we're all brothers and sisters of the divine, right? We're all divine children. And the child of the divine can't really sin in a dream. Long story. Course in Miracles. I just flipped some genders around there. Yeah, so there is definitely dissatisfaction on the outside, but if I were to feel your energy, because you're keeping the secret inside of yourself, you got a plan. You got a plan, but there's something constraining you from doing this. And if you can really be the student, Get that I have the humility. The grace of humility is the first and I believe the last grace I talk about in my book, Words of Grace. Grant me the maiden grace of humility to know that I do not know. When I do not know, but I am willing to be shown the truth that I need to know, which may not be the truth I want to know, but I am willing, right? So motive be amen, whatever. Right? That humility is the shield against humiliation. If you're afraid of being humiliated, the grace of humility, trust me, please, I'm a professional witch with purple hair. I can handle it, right? Only because of that. That is my saving grace, which is pretty much the last chapter in the book, too. Wow. With that star here, though, no question you're being guided. Don't beat yourself up, particularly because you have to be authentic, darling. All this secrecy and stuff, your destiny comes as a result of you being you. Right? And who am I anyway? Am I my resume? Oh my God, I can't believe I just chorus lined myself. Definitely that mutable air, that thinking about it, that gathering information, but also third house is self-expression. Please, my gods, from the outside looking in, where are they on the path of true love, hero's journey? Ace of Cups. Darling, if you want this to work, you got to be the one who busts the move. Whoever this is for, if this is the Gemini or the crotch watcher, I love that so much. In high school, I had a nickname, Cockwatch. Isn't that great? It's true. I have like Cute Boy Radar, CBBC, the Cute Boys Big Cops Club. Yeah, this Ace of Cups, Aphrodite, an Aphrodite cocktail. You got to bust a move. If there's somebody that you are really inspired and you have this ability to do it, I get it. You might be in a very tricky situation here. You know what? Both of you might be in moving forward internally, but dealing with some sort of battles and conflicts between the two of you, though it may be done separately if the two of you are not communicating. Does that make sense? Right? That there are things in the way, but you're getting through them. Success under handicap. Oh my God. All right, see, give me enough time. I will say what they show me. Last card down, though, and this is the one that would annoy me, is again the moon, right? That inside, look, darling, you can't be off the path of true love. That's just the truth. But there are times when you feel it and times when you don't. Times when you know it and times when you don't, and that's part of it. But why I love this card so much is because when you go to a body of water at the full moon and stand at its edge, you will see the path revealed under your feet and see that it is always there, because it doesn't matter where you are. You run up and down, right? That path is just always underneath you. It's learning to trust that. And I get it, but you do have a High Priestess double whammy here. So please, last card down of the tarot, and then we'll get some oracles and a mantra. My gods, my goddesses, please. Gods in particular for this Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Moon on the inner, what is the most probable external outcome, this timeline of this lifetime for this Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love? See? 2, just 1, please. The moon, the moon, the moon. What's that look like? Interesting. Queen of Pentacles. This could be somebody else completely new coming into the outside, or it's about you taking this 4 of Pentacles stability and parlaying it into a Queen of Taurus stance. Now, sure, stubborn, but I will also say, if you're the one who's going to be delivering this Ace of Cups, right, through being authentic, your self-expression stuff, then stubborn's not your answer. You know, bulls really do have 2 speeds they're famous for. There's an in-between, obviously, but they're not really known for mosey, right? It's either stop or charge. This is the Taurus card. All right, that's why I say the bull, right? I believe this is Penelope, wife of Odysseus, while she's waiting for him to come home from the Trojan War. You know, she's got to fight off suitors by weaving and unraveling. It's a long story. But with this 4 of Pentacles behind you, I feel like your life values, certainly if you have any planets in Taurus, check that out. Did the Taurus read already, right? Yep. Second house, life values, not just like home and house, although that might absolutely be part of it. But it is saying that you have the external fertile earth, fixed earth, your values. Now you know what you want. And what teaches you more what your values are than a real devil attachment, right? To be able to actually face the conflicts within and without, to take the hero's journey here. And yeah, you're keeping secret. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Drop the ring in the fire and go home. Yeah, I think you're confused. There is confusion here. You're kind of finding your way through, but you're fronting really good. All right, I hear you. I hear what they're saying. They're saying, yes, that will make more sense when these next 3 cards are down, because Geminis, there is so much High Priestess energy here, which not just speaks of secrets, but intuition. And that Moon card, I could see you wanting more clarity on this and maybe not getting it, but being very, very stubborn about what you will and will not do honorably in terms of offering this cup. Or not. Whispers of Love Oracle. Yeah, I know it's a long one, but this is what they do with me every day. Please. Higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for this Gemini collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Using the Whispers of Love Oracle, what is the piece of information, inspiration, or insight they most need on the path of true love? Whoever this student archetype with the Fool and the Devil. Practice compassion. See things from a different perspective. Yeah, I'm not so sure that your intellect is going to be of too much help here. Just looking at the external cards, not a single air, right? Not a single sword. Looking at the internal cards, not a single air element. So your own element is missing from this, except for what? Your lesson. And that is about balance, and that is in one-on-one relationships. So there's something about compassion here. See things from a different perspective. Now, that can be compassion for yourself, compassion for this other person. They've walked away, right? That 8 of Cups. Let's look at them. Same thing, higher selves of all involved for this hero, heroine. The Ace of Cups on the inner, because, man, I can feel that. It's like they love, but they can't offer it. They are walking away because the students, what's their piece of information, inspiration, or insight, please, on the path of true love. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Look, darlings, if you are afraid that this cup will be rejected, they will receive the offer. They will receive the cup. What they do from there, though, is their free will. But that's what their higher self is telling them. Receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Look, if there was turbulence between the two of you, it's another way of looking at it, right? Arguments that you still haven't dealt with between the two of you, there is success as a result of that. In other words, the conflict had to happen in order for the success to be created, right? Because how many amazing successes rose out of failures? And I need to remember that. We all do. It's all part of the alchemy of it all. Last card down. This should be interesting. My gems, like I said at the beginning, Matt Kahn Healing Mantra Deck. Go watch that video. Like, before you even read, watch, or anything else. If you're really doing what I see people doing, torturing themselves with twin flame soulmate stuff, really just give it a shot. Trust me on this. You'll go, oh, that makes so much more sense. Please take a nice deep breath. Because this is Matt Kahn's deck, and I have dedicated to the voices in this particular reading, Ascended Masters of True Love. Talk about specialists. Please, my Ascended Masters of True Love, one card in clarity for the Gemini Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this read in this lovely Celtic Cross spread of the Path of True Love, where they are at least, well, they are either the student or the hero, heroine archetype in play here. Please, what is their perfect healing mantra for them? Doesn't matter which one of them does it, actually, if it's holographic, please. Path of True Love. Their perfect healing mantra is allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases every time I appreciate everything in it. And I will say, as I have every single time, very Abraham Hicks, Rampage of Appreciation, focus wheel, right? If that's your gig. It was... There's always a higher way of looking at things, and I'm a mystic, and this is what I do for a living, so Sorry, not sorry. But this is a very, very healing card because it puts you in a more unconditional space, particularly if you cannot see the benefit of your current situation. And how would somebody see that if they are, if you like, the Fool in chains, which would be a good name for this reading, but that's not what we're calling it. I said so. I'm the president, I can do what I want. Allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Now, here's the thing with that. I struggled with that for a day or two. I was like, so I have to appreciate everything. It's like, no, it means whatever you are appreciating in the moment, you're appreciating everything through the quantum unity, blah, blah, blah. When appreciation is allowed, see, that's the thing. It's allowing yourself to appreciate. Everything is seen as a gift for the evolution of your soul, which if you are this student in chains, you might be like, yeah, but they walked away. I missed my shot here. Right? I want to redo. I want to start over. It's like, well, then you got to get that whatever this conflict is, it is saying that everything is seen as a gift for the evolution of your soul. The more often you appreciate, the greater value you feel within your own life. While there is true worth in uncovering your life's purpose, Path of True Love is very life purpose. Most feelings of discontent are not caused by what you do or don't do. They are created simply by a lack of perceived value in your environment, right? Particularly if you're in hell. Now, see the thing, this is Pan. He's one of my gods, literally. He's on my altar back there. Son of Almathea, I think, and Hermes. Ooh, lanolin. So a god of nature, and can be a very sexual, dark card, but it is also about our shadow self, and there is about balance here, and the Scorpio card, really, Scorpio, really the shadow working sign of all of us. So interesting. Let me go back. While there is true worth in uncovering your life's purpose, most feelings of discontent are not caused by what you do or don't do. They are caused simply by a lack of perceived value in your environment. Instead of waiting for things to get better, here we go, before you allow appreciation, you must be willing to acknowledge the value in all things. This will awaken the feeling of elation that is always alive within you. See, because that's the soul at the core of who you are. Know that it's all here to help you. Particularly the Path of True Love, you want to look through that lens, it's all about you chipping away the excess marbles of the divine statue of the divine that the gods made, the angels made, whatever your higher power can be revealed. This mantra is ideal for increasing worthiness, decreasing feelings of scarcity, and raising your vibration. It do make sense. I mean, this is the thing. If none of us are rewarded for not knowing the answer. That's why the grace of humility is very healing, right? If you can really stay open to that lifelong thing. I know that I don't know, but I'm willing to be shown. I have a lifelong learning about relationships, right? Because maybe you've established certain things in your life that you needed to do, and your relationships went on the back burner for a while. Sounds like archetypal second wave, right? Divine masculine, social justicer, but they need to do that. That's what I mean. It might not be that anybody did anything wrong here, but there was certainly conflict here. So for you to get into that place of allowing appreciation, and if you really want to go there, Abraham Hicks, right? That then appreciation is very, very high on the emotional scale. Abraham's like right here, very, very high on the emotional scale, up there with bliss and ecstasy, or at least a doorway too. But that squarely puts you in that third step of allow, the law of allowance, right? The law of allowance, law of deliberate creation. No, sorry, law of attraction, law of deliberate creation, and the law of allowance. And this might very well be the balance of that second law, the law of deliberate creation, when your desires and your thoughts, your fire and your air, are not balanced, things get a little wonky within you. So I get the chains, but I also get the two of you really wanting to come to each other, and I really see that this hero wants to come to you on the inner, but they're not right now. I think really this has to come from you. Your destiny comes by you being balls to the wall, authentic, whether or not they accept you or not. I mean, don't go knocking on their door unannounced. Nobody likes that, and I am a Virgo. I'm just like that. You come to my door, you gotta cross my wards, my Burt wards. But the offering this cup of love to them, certainly I don't feel like that's coming towards you. They've walked away. This has got to be you coming to them. But really work this mantra every day, because the value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. And if you are in chains because of another relationship, you're going to get, I deserve better. Cancel deserve. I am worthy of better than this. Please take a nice deep breath. I call to my collective pantheons of the divine and the mother of all to please bless the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, receiving this reading, that they be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love, to heal, to grow, to find their destiny hewn from the fate, to move through these conflicts, to break chains of illusion and set all things to right, to reveal what has been hidden and bring true love to light, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as I will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. Did I just cast for you? I think I did. Hermes. Mercury. Ileguathos. Mercury, Hermes, Ileguathos. That was so much fun. Hey, look, if you liked it, like it. Want more? Subscribe. Want to read my book? It's in the descriptions. It's in the deets in the description box below. You want a reading with me? Easy enough. Direct message me. Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Instagram. A lot of my Drawing the Circle Gmail has been going to spam from clients, but I do check it, or you can Gmail me, drawingthecircle@gmail.com. Otherwise, my gems, I hope you are outrageous. I hope you are truly outrageous, and I hope you are truly, truly, truly outrageous. Hail! Farewell, my darlings, and blessed, blessed be.